Hey, why are you so glum, chum?
Oh, nothing.
Is it 'cause the Leafs lost?
No.
Yeah, I guess we're used to that. Well, what is it?
Every year I ask team defense to be my Valentine, and every year she says no.
I think you're talking about Rachel McAdams.
Oh yeah, that's right. Our defense does stink though.
Leafs lose 6-4 to the Tampa Bay Lightning, and Tank Nation, you may rejoice. Woo! That's not us.
Sorry.
It took some fans longer to get in their seats than it took Toskala to get chased from the net, but even though he had an off night and might have ended up getting pulled anyway, I didn't think it was all his fault. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and say Lee Stempniak only scored 1 goal last night. Yeah, I know he got 2, but did you see that giveaway? Got 1. And Cujo? Not bad. It was okay. Made a few big saves, a couple on a breakaway. Question of the game right off the bat, does Cujo earn the start against the Penguins? Can't tell if he's nodding or shaking his head, but I think he wants to. Guys, that's all I really want to talk about the game, because it was a brutal game. Hagman's goal was a bright spot. That was a pretty cool goal. Cujo made a few big saves, but it was all for naught. So let's talk about some of the stuff I've been getting messages on YouTube and Leaf Space about. I.e., Jeremy Williams, put on waivers, now he's a Marley again. And you're right, it is kind of weird that he would score all those goals, get injured, and then fall completely off the map. Ron Wilson seems to think he needs to improve his overall game, and well, I guess the Marlies is the right place to do that. But surely you people, the fans, know more than anyone, because you've been begging for trade after trade all year long. You want picks and just burn the team to the ground. You should know that after March 4th, if half of those trades go through, I think Williams will be back. And speaking of back, guess who's back? Boyd Devereaux and Bates Battaglia are being called up through waivers. Don't know if they've passed through yet, but I haven't heard of anyone picking them up. Boyd Devereaux has not exactly put up huge numbers with the Marlies, but then again, that's never really been his thing. And Bates Battaglia, after missing a big chunk of the early part of this season, has turned out a very good season down at Ricoh Coliseum with the Marlies. But all these little moves, Williams going down, Devereaux and Battaglia going up, the stuff Burke's been saying lately. Guys, do you hear that? The winds of change! The winds of Brian Burkean change are blowing. My buddy Blue Bomber on Leaf Space compared Brian Burke to Obama, and I hope so. Change! Let me just say, with me as your president, our team's gonna suck less. Yeah, I know my Obama needs work. But guys, the impression request line is still open. Please put video responses of you on YouTube and then Leaf Space asking me to do whatever impression you want. My reading week is coming up. For those of you in the States, it's kind of like spring break, but in February, which doesn't really make sense. But yeah, I'll have time to make the videos then. And one last thing I almost forgot. Today, February 13th, Friday the 13th, oh, that's kind of scary, is the 10-year anniversary of the last NHL game being played at Maple Leaf Gardens. Now, Leaf Space has been asking recently for your favorite ACC memory, and I'll be posting that soon, I think. But guys, another question of the game. What was your favorite Maple Leafs Garden memory? If you have one. I know some of you might be too young. Although when it closed, I think it was about to turn 11, so never mind. See you after the game on Saturday.